Ever wondered how the Amish managed to keep their water bills so low? While most American families spend nearly $1,000 a year on water, Amish households often pay less than half of that. These 30 smart hacks share their time-tested ways to cut down water use. And surprisingly, these simple methods often work better than modern ones. Cup toothbrushing. Did you know most Americans flush about 8 gallons of water down the drain every single morning just by brushing their teeth? The Amish have been quietly saving hundreds of dollars with a simple cup technique that's been passed down for generations. Instead of letting the tap run, they wet their brush, turn off the water, and use just one small cup for rinsing. Kind of makes you wonder if the Amish invented the saying, money down the drain, while watching the rest of us brush our teeth. This effortless method could save your family up to $300 yearly on water bills. For a family of 4, that's around 4,000 gallons annually, enough to fill a backyard swimming pool. The beauty of this Amish hack lies in its simplicity. No special equipment, no complicated steps, just mindful water use that makes a huge difference to both your wallet and the environment. Navy shower. Wet, off, soap, on, rinse. 5 simple steps that could slash your shower water usage by 2/3. This technique isn't just popular among sailors at sea. Amish communities have been practicing this water-saving ritual for centuries, using just 5 gallons per shower compared to the average American's whopping 17.2 gallons. The principle couldn't be simpler. Get wet, turn off the water while you soap up, then turn it back on to rinse. The Amish have a saying that only fools stand in running water, which might explain why they've never needed waterproof phones. Creating family challenges around shower timing not only makes conservation fun, but also builds healthy habits. Both Navy sailors and the Amish mastered this technique for different reasons, one for survival at sea, the other for stewardship of resources, but the water-saving impact remains the same. Your water meter will thank you, and so will your wallet. 1-inch bath rule. The Amish have long held the belief that true cleanliness doesn't require complete submersion. Their 1-inch bath rule has been maintained for over 300 years with excellent hygiene outcomes to show for it. By filling the tub with just 1 inch of water, Amish families teach their children to respect water as a precious resource from an early age. This practice gained widespread adoption during historical drought periods when Amish settlements demonstrated that effective bathing doesn't demand deep water. The Amish approach to bathing is so efficient that families often say that they could probably wash their entire community with the water some folks use for a single bubble bath. Their method focuses on targeted cleaning rather than luxurious soaking. Using washcloths and small amounts of water, they achieve cleanliness while dramatically reducing consumption. This centuries-old practice proves that effective hygiene doesn't have to come at the cost of wasted resources. Oil cleaning. Mechanics in Amish workshops have perfected the art of cleaning without water. Their traditional formulas using olive oil and salt create a scrub that actually works better than conventional soap for removing stubborn grease and oil. The abrasive quality of salt combined with the dissolving power of oil makes short work of even the toughest grime. Studies reveal that petroleum-based commercial hand cleaners often contain harmful chemicals that are completely absent in these natural Amish alternatives. These Amish mechanics keep their hands so clean with this method that they're the only people who can eat a burger right after changing oil and still keep their napkins spotless. The technique is remarkably simple. Rub a tablespoon of olive oil into dirty hands, add a teaspoon of salt, scrub thoroughly, then wipe clean with a rag. The oil lifts the grease while the salt provides gentle exfoliation. Not only does this save gallons of water, but it also leaves hands moisturized rather than dried out like harsh soaps do. 3-wear rule for clothing. The Amish have a straightforward philosophy about laundry. Clothes aren't dirty just because you've worn them once. Their 3-wear rule suggests that most garments can be worn multiple times before needing a wash, especially items like jeans, sweaters, and outer layers. This Amish laundry tradition recognizes that different fabrics have different needs. Wool naturally repels dirt and odors, while cotton may need more frequent cleaning. Living with a minimal clothing rotation significantly reduces water usage. Amish wardrobes typically consist of just 7 outfits, saving thousands of gallons yearly compared to the average American closet. The Amish are so good at getting multiple wears from their clothes that fashion designers should really label their garments Monday through Wednesday instead of just Monday. By adopting this simple practice, you'll not only extend the life of your favorite clothes, but also cut your laundry loads in half. The rule is simple. If it doesn't look dirty, smell bad, or feel soiled, hang it up for another wear. The only product we'll ever promote on our channel is a book by Claude Davis, a veteran prepper, about 126 superfoods and preservation methods from crisis times like the Great Depression and wartime that are impossible to find elsewhere. We decided to promote his book because we are the last generation able to share these techniques and superfoods to our children or grandchildren. It would be a shame to see this information about highly nutritious foods and preservation methods to survive crises disappear. You can also find a book about herbal remedies from Nicole Apelian on their store. If you're watching this on TV, you can look up our channel, Frugal Solutions, on your phone or tablet and find the books by clicking the link in our channel description or any other video description. One basin dishwashing. Americans typically waste up to 20 gallons per dishwashing session by leaving the tap running. Meanwhile, Amish kitchens maintain a standard of using just 3 gallons with their one basin method. The technique involves filling a single basin with hot, soapy water, washing all dishes in order from cleanest to dirtiest, then rinsing them in a quick, efficient batch process. Research demonstrates that this Amish-inspired method actually sanitizes dishes more effectively than constant rinsing, as the concentrated soap solution works longer on food residues. The Amish are so efficient with their dishwashing that water conservation experts suspect they're secretly training for an Olympic sport we haven't discovered yet. This traditional method remains perfectly effective in modern kitchens. Simply plug your sink, add soap and hot water, wash everything, then rinse quickly with a minimal stream. The result? Clean dishes, a smaller water bill, and the satisfaction of knowing you're using a time-tested technique that's been keeping Amish dishes spotless for generations. Sink bucket. Have you ever noticed how much water goes down the drain while waiting for it to warm up? Amish ingenuity solves this problem with a simple bucket placed strategically to capture that otherwise wasted first gallon from your shower or sink. This water can then be repurposed specifically for toilet flushing, plant watering, or cleaning tasks around the home. The Amish technique includes proper storage methods and measurement systems that help households track their savings. Their bucket system is so effective that some Amish families often say that they haven't actually used new water to flush since the 1900s. Well, that's just a joke to portray how the Amish have used every drop of the water efficiently from the ages. By implementing this straightforward collection method, Amish households typically save up to 1,000 gallons monthly. The beauty of this hack lies in its simplicity. No special equipment needed beyond a bucket and the willingness to put otherwise wasted water to good use. This small change in habit creates significant impact over time, turning potential waste into a valuable resource through the power of mindful collection. Cooking water reuse. The water left over after boiling pasta or vegetables isn't just hot liquid, it's a nutrient-rich resource that Amish gardeners have been putting to work for generations. This cooking water contains valuable minerals and vitamins that would otherwise go down the drain, but can instead nourish garden plants and indoor pots alike. Amish gardeners have developed specific recipes for different plants using these leftover waters. Potato water works wonders for root vegetables, while pasta water gives flowering plants a starchy boost. The Amish gardens grow so well with this recycled water that their tomatoes practically introduce themselves by name when you walk past them. One important Amish precaution is allowing the water to cool completely before application, as hot water can shock plant roots. By collecting cooking water in a dedicated container and distributing it during your next garden round, you'll reduce water consumption while giving your plants a free nutrient boost. A perfect example of the waste not Amish approach to resource management. Wooden cutting boards. Amish kitchens are designed around water-efficient workspaces, with wooden cutting boards being a centerpiece of their food preparation system. These aren't just any boards. Amish woodworkers specifically select maple and walnut varieties known for their longevity, minimal maintenance requirements, and natural resistance to bacterial growth. The environmental benefits of transitioning from synthetic to wooden surfaces align perfectly with Amish values of simplicity and sustainability. Amish wooden cutting boards are so durable that they're probably the only kitchen item that stands a chance of outliving those plastic containers with the missing lids. Unlike plastic boards that require frequent washing with lots of hot water and soap, wooden boards can often be cleaned with just a quick scrape and wipe. The natural antimicrobial properties of certain woods mean they actually harbor fewer bacteria than their synthetic counterparts. This traditional Amish choice reduces water consumption while providing a superior food preparation surface that improves with age. A perfect example of how sometimes the old ways really are the best ways. Soap plant irrigation. The Amish have developed a fascinating system for matching soap residue to specific plant types, turning what most would consider wastewater into specialized fertilizer. This careful science involves understanding how different household soaps affect soil pH and plant growth, knowledge passed down through generations of Amish gardeners. Amish communities categorize plants by their tolerance to different cleansers, creating a matching system that maximizes resource use. For example, water-containing laundry soap can benefit alkaline-loving plants like lavender and clematis, while shampoo water often works well for acid-loving plants. The Amish are so good at matching soap water to plants that their gardens could probably tell you what brand of shampoo you used last Tuesday just by looking at your hair. By creating designated buckets for different types of household water, you can develop your own soap-specific irrigation system. The key is knowing which plants can handle which types of soap residue. A bit of research and experimentation will help you create a system that both conserves water and keeps your garden thriving. Garment longevity. Extending the life of your clothing through minimal washing isn't just about wearing items multiple times. The Amish have developed comprehensive techniques that significantly reduce laundry while maintaining cleanliness. By creating dedicated work and clean clothing rotations, they naturally separate items that need frequent washing from those that don't. Learning to recognize when clothing genuinely needs cleaning versus simple airing is a skill Amish communities teach children from age 3. Some Amish families are so good at clothing care that their Sunday best outfits are older than most people's marriages. This early education establishes lifelong water conservation habits that continue into adulthood. The average Amish dress shirt lasts 7 years compared to just 2 years for the typical American's clothing. Communal washing equipment. Water conservation takes on a community dimension when you look at the Amish tradition of shared washing facilities. Historically, these machines were community assets in Amish villages, reducing water usage by over 60% compared to individual household systems. The social benefits extend beyond resource savings. These gatherings strengthen community bonds while accomplishing necessary tasks. Modern neighborhoods can organize similar cooperatives based on these Amish models. The neighborhood washing day gets so efficient in some Amish communities that they've been known to finish a month's laundry in less time than it takes most people to find matching socks. When washing becomes a scheduled activity rather than an impulsive one, clothes get collected into fuller loads, dramatically reducing per-item water consumption. Year-round rainwater harvesting. Collecting free water from the sky isn't limited to warm weather in Amish communities. Their techniques for harvesting water in every season, including snow and frost periods, ensure continuous supply regardless of temperature. This year-round approach maximizes collection when most conventional systems sit dormant. Proper storage methods prevent bacterial growth in these systems, a science developed by Amish water stewards through generations of practice. Amish rainwater collection is so thorough that during a heavy storm, the only thing getting wetter than their storage tanks is the occasional horse that forgot its umbrella. The multi-stage filtration systems they've created allow for different household uses, from irrigation to cleaning and even drinking with proper treatment. Solar drying. The humble clothesline becomes something far more sophisticated in Amish communities. Their strategic placement techniques go beyond simply hanging laundry outdoors. They position lines based on seasonal sun patterns, prevailing wind directions, and even proximity to aromatic plants that naturally freshen fabrics. UV radiation naturally kills 99.9% of common bacteria on fabrics, something Amish housekeepers have known for centuries before science confirmed it. The Amish clothesline system is so well designed that clothes dry faster than modern dryers, making you wonder if they secretly installed jet engines behind their laundry. This natural disinfection process means clothes actually require fewer washes, as they remain naturally sanitized between wearings. Laundry sorting system. Pre-sorting laundry by soil level allows targeted washing with minimal water, a practice refined through generations of Amish household management. By creating dedicated hampers for light, medium, and heavy soiling, Amish families ensure no garment receives more washing than necessary. This intentional separation saves up to 30% water usage compared to mixed load washing. The Amish method of using graduated wash cycles for different fabric types further conserves resources. Amish laundry sorting is so precise that they can probably tell exactly which family member wore each sock just by glancing at the dirt pattern. Statistical analysis shows Amish households use 40% less water for laundry through these strategic sorting techniques. Morning-only watering rule. Gardens thrive with less water when you follow the Amish farming principle of dawn watering. Evening watering wastes up to 30% through evaporation, a fact Amish farmers have observed through generations of careful agricultural practice. Their traditional schedule maximizes absorption by working with natural moisture cycles rather than against them. Amish farming almanacs track optimal watering times based on seasonal changes throughout the year. Early morning watering is such an important Amish tradition that roosters in their communities don't just wake people up, they're practically certified irrigation technicians. The science supports their method. Morning watering allows plants to absorb moisture before the day's heat increases evaporation rates while still giving foliage time to dry before evening. Newspaper mulching. Keeping garden soil moist with minimal watering isn't magic. It's an Amish technique that combines readily available materials in strategic layers. Black and white newspaper, now safely printed with soy-based ink, forms an excellent moisture barrier when topped with straw, creating the perfect environment for plant roots to thrive with less frequent watering. The 6-inch rule keeps soil from drying out, an Amish gardening standard that ensures proper depth for maximum moisture retention. Amish gardens are so well mulched that their tomato plants probably think they're vacationing at a luxury spa with complimentary moisture wraps. According to comparative testing, newspaper provides better moisture retention than many expensive commercial mulches, validating this Amish practice that costs almost nothing to implement. Strategic plant clustering. The companion approach that reduces water needs has been perfected in Amish communities through centuries of careful observation. By grouping plants based on water requirements, sun exposure needs, and natural synergies, Amish gardens maximize efficiency while minimizing resource inputs. These combinations haven't happened by accident. They represent generations of refinement. Proper plant spacing significantly affects water consumption throughout the growing season, an Amish farming principle that recognizes the importance of root zone management. The Amish plant clustering system works so well that their vegetables practically form support groups, with the lettuce telling the carrots, "You can make it through this dry spell." By grouping plants with similar needs and beneficial relationships, overall garden water requirements can decrease by up to 25%. Clay pot irrigation. Ancient technology meets Amish practicality in this remarkable water-saving technique. Burying unglazed clay pots filled with water allows for slow-release moisture directly to plant roots, dramatically reducing surface evaporation and waste. Amish communities still use this method daily in their gardens, having refined the approach for maximum efficiency in various soil conditions. Archaeological evidence shows this technique dates back over 4,000 years to ancient China before becoming an Amish staple in North America. The clay pot irrigation system is so efficient that Amish gardeners joke that their vegetables are practically sending thank you notes to the pots for the perfect moisture delivery. This method can reduce garden watering needs by up to 60% in Amish homesteads compared to surface irrigation. Metal roof water management. The material covering your home dramatically affects the quality of water you can collect, a fact well understood in Amish communities. Their roof design choices consider mineral content and purity of harvested rainwater, with metal roofing being the preferred option. Testing shows metal roofs produce up to 98% cleaner water than asphalt shingles in Amish water quality assessments, creating first flush diversion systems to ensure cleanliness represents another Amish innovation in this field. Amish metal roofs are so good at collecting clean water that when it rains, their gutters practically operate like premium bottled water companies. Amish communities use different roof runoff for different purposes based on water quality evaluations, creating a hierarchical system that maximizes usability. Hand washing recycling. Water used for washing hands doesn't need to disappear down the drain. The Amish practice of capturing and redirecting this water through simple gravity systems saves thousands of gallons yearly. By creating under-sink plumbing modifications, hand-washing water automatically flows to toilet tanks or outdoor collection barrels. This targeted modification typically reduces bathroom water bills by 20 to 25% in Amish-inspired homes without requiring any electrical pumps. Hand-washing recycling is so ingrained in Amish culture that their children grow up thinking water going straight down a drain is as wasteful as throwing money out the window. Amish bathroom design incorporates these water cycling elements as standard features rather than afterthoughts. The beauty of this approach lies in its simplicity. Once installed, the system operates passively, requiring no daily thought or effort to maintain substantial water savings. Sawdust composting toilets. Modern adaptations of traditional Amish designs have brought composting toilets indoors with systems that are completely odorless and sanitary. What was once limited to outhouses has evolved into a sustainable option for conventional homes using principles refined through generations of Amish innovation and practical experimentation. These systems can save up to 4,000 gallons per person annually, the largest single water conservation measure possible in most households. Amish composting toilet systems work so well that flowers grown with the resulting compost win so many garden competitions that traditional gardeners are getting suspicious. The key to Amish success with these systems lies in their careful balance of carbon and nitrogen materials, creating ideal decomposition conditions. Amish communities have refined these methods to be both practical and environmentally sound, producing valuable soil amendments rather than waste. 3-stage water purification. Pure water doesn't require electricity or chemicals when you follow Amish principles of progressive cleaning. The science of moving water through biological, mechanical, and natural mineral filters has been perfected in Amish communities using readily available materials like sand, charcoal, and specific rock combinations arranged in gravity-fed systems. These standard systems can process and upgrade water quality for appropriate reuse in various household applications. Amish water filtration is so effective that visitors often can't tell the difference between their triple-filtered rainwater and bottled spring water, except the Amish version doesn't come with a recycling fee. The EPA estimates widespread adoption of these Amish-inspired systems could save trillions of gallons nationally. The 3 distinct stages work together. Biological filters remove organic contaminants, mechanical filtration captures particles, and mineral beds neutralize remaining impurities. Wind cooling systems. Strategic planting creates natural air conditioning in Amish communities without using a single drop of water for landscape cooling. By carefully positioning trees, shrubs, and structural elements, they channel prevailing breezes to naturally cool living spaces during summer months while blocking cold winter winds. Proper tree and shrub placement eliminates the need for cooling-related irrigation that many homeowners waste on lawns and ornamental plants. The Amish are so good at designing wind cooling systems that when summer visitors stay in their homes, they often check for hidden air conditioners because they can't believe it's just clever airflow. Amish builders position landscape elements to create cooling air tunnels during summer months, significantly reducing indoor temperatures without mechanical assistance. This approach not only saves water, but also reduces or eliminates electricity needed for cooling. A perfect example of working with natural systems rather than against them. Earth contact building techniques. Using soil as insulation and humidity regulation for water conservation isn't new. It's an Amish architectural principle that dates back centuries. Even modern homes can incorporate earth berming on 1 or 2 sides, creating remarkable temperature stability and natural moisture control throughout changing seasons. The dual benefit of temperature stabilization and humidity regulation in Amish homesteads eliminates the need for both heating and cooling water usage. Earth-sheltered Amish homes maintain such consistent indoor humidity that when conventional homeowners visit, they often feel like they should be paying a spa admission fee just to breathe the air. This design principle from Amish architecture produces indoor environments that rarely require supplemental humidification or dehumidification, significantly reducing water consumption related to comfort control. The thermal mass of earth-sheltered walls moderates temperature swings while naturally maintaining ideal moisture levels. Pressure reduction. The simple act of installing flow regulators on household pipes can dramatically cut water waste without affecting performance. This Amish technique creates appropriate water pressure for each specific task rather than using maximum force for everything. Statistical evidence shows reducing water pressure from 100 psi to 50 psi cuts usage by up to 35%. Amish plumbing systems traditionally operate at 40% lower pressure than standard American installations while maintaining effectiveness for all household tasks. The Amish approach to water pressure is so sensible that plumbers who visit their communities often slap their foreheads wondering why the rest of us blast our faucets like we're trying to recreate Niagara Falls in our sinks. Creating pressure zones within a home based on Amish principles of appropriate force ensures that each water application receives exactly what it needs. No more, no less. Community accountability. Transparent resource usage encourages conservation, an Amish social norm that has produced remarkable results when adapted for modern neighborhoods. By monitoring shared resources through community stewardship, Amish settlements maintain sustainable water consumption patterns that benefit everyone. This collaborative approach builds awareness while creating positive peer influence. Communities using this Amish-inspired approach report average water usage decreases of 31% compared to similar neighborhoods without monitoring systems. The Amish community water tracking is so effective that one member said that they can tell who took an extra long shower just by glancing at the weekly usage chart, better than any neighborhood gossip network. The system works because it makes the invisible visible. When people can see their consumption patterns relative to community standards, behavior naturally shifts toward conservation. Appliance scheduling. Water usage doesn't happen evenly throughout the day in Amish households. Their timing systems for running water-intensive appliances during optimal periods significantly reduce overall consumption and waste. By batching washing activities, doing all laundry on a specific morning, or running dishwashers during low-demand hours, they maximize efficiency. Creating a household water usage calendar based on Amish resource management principles helps distribute demand more evenly. Amish appliance scheduling is so precisely coordinated that visiting cousins are sometimes handed a timetable for showering as if they're boarding a train instead of washing up. Coordinated appliance use can reduce overall water consumption by up to 25% in Amish-inspired homes without purchasing any new equipment. The approach recognizes that when water-intensive activities overlap, pressure drops can lead to inefficient operation and repeated cycles. Seasonal adaptation. As seasons change, so do water practices in Amish communities. Their households adjust routines based on weather patterns, a tradition informed by generational knowledge and careful observation of natural cycles. Creating custom calendars for water usage based on Amish almanacs helps optimize consumption year-round. Amish communities track over 20 natural indicators to optimize water usage throughout the year, from tree leaf patterns to insect behavior. The Amish are so in tune with seasonal water needs that they can predict the perfect laundry day just by watching which way the barn swallows fly, putting weather apps to shame. Natural signs signal when to shift water conservation practices, creating a responsive system that adapts to changing conditions rather than following rigid schedules. This flexible approach prevents waste during abundant periods while maximizing conservation during scarcity. Teaching next generation. Children who learn conservation early maintain these practices into adulthood, a proven Amish outcome that demonstrates the power of education through example. Their methods for instilling water-saving values focus on daily demonstration rather than occasional lessons, making conservation a natural part of life rather than a special effort. Schools implementing Amish-inspired conservation education report 42% lower water usage in student homes compared to schools with standard environmental curriculum. Amish water conservation lessons are so effective that their children often bring measuring cups to hotels just to check if the shower heads are wasting water. Games and activities in Amish schools make water-saving fun from an early age, creating positive associations with conservation behaviors. This approach recognizes that lasting habits form through consistent practice and positive reinforcement rather than occasional reminders. These 30 Amish water-saving techniques prove that cutting your bill in half doesn't require expensive equipment or lifestyle sacrifices. By incorporating even a few of these time-tested methods, you'll see immediate savings while improving household efficiency. The secret isn't deprivation. It's eliminating waste in ways that modern households are only beginning to discover.